In this video, you will learn how to create thresholds to topics, topic groups, and workspaces. Thresholds are a great capability that allow you to stop overspending mentions whenever you activate your topics on Sprinklr. To be able to create these thresholds or to put caps to your topics, topic groups, or workspaces, what you need to do is click on the Sprinklr Insights module. You then need to go to the list of topics, which is within the first column of listening. So I'm going to click on where it says topics, and the system, as you may know, will show you the list of different topics that have been created and activated on a Sprinklr. In this case, and for this particular example, we're going to use the topic, which is called Back to School. This is a topic that we created a few weeks ago for the purpose of this training. So I've used the search engine to type in back to school. And now, as you can see, every topic has 3 dots. What you need to do if you want to add a cap to this topic to ensure that you don't spend more mentions than you want, you go to the 3 dots, you click on what says manage data volume, which is the third option from the top, and you get to this window. In this window is where you need to ensure that you configure the number of mentions that you want this topic to consume. In this case, in the threshold window drop-down menu, you will have the option to select a lifetime, years, month, or days. Okay, just to let you know, for the monthly threshold window, the minimum number of mentions has to be 50,000. And for the daily threshold window, the minimum number of mentions has to be 3,000. So anything below those numbers, the topic won't work. Okay. So let's take the example of the monthly threshold window. I've just selected a month from the drop-down menu. In this case, I will add 1. And as we said before, the minimum number of mentions for the monthly threshold is 50,000. So what we're telling the system here is that over the course of 1 month, if this particular topic, which is the back to school topic, reaches 50,000 mentions, the system will stop fetching mentions for that particular topic. Once the system recognizes that the topic has fetched 50,000 mentions, you can get the system to notify users or user groups of the platform. So if you have been added to the system and you want to be notified via platform notifications or emails, you can put your name here. Or if you want to notify someone who doesn't have access to Sprinklr, what you could also do is you could also put their email addresses over here. So you create the external email ID, you then click on submit. And by doing this, you're telling the system that if in the course of a month, the back to school topic reaches 50,000 mentions, that topic is going to stop consuming mentions until the next month. Okay. So that's how you create your thresholds at the topic level. You can also create thresholds at the topic group level. So to be able to do that, you need to click on this particular icon, which is group by. It's called group by. And what you need to do now is you need to ensure that you tell the system that you want to group all of these topics by topic groups. Because as you know, whenever you create topics on a Sprinklr, you need to ensure that you group them under a specific topic groups. Otherwise, you won't be able to create topics on a Sprinklr. So once you've grouped your list of topics under topic groups, what you will do now is you will search for the name of the topic group. Let's use the example of the bank and insurance topic group. You click on the 3 dots and you click again on manage data volume. And the process is the same. You ensure that you tell the system of the threshold window. You ensure that you tell the system that over the course of a month, you only want the different topics of this topic group to consume 50,000 mentions altogether. And then in the notification section, you tell the system the users or user groups that you want to notify, or if there are any external users that you need to notify, you can also put the email addresses of those people in this drop-down menu, and you can click on create. So that's how you create thresholds at the topic group level. There is another way for you to create thresholds to specific workspaces. And this use case applies to brands who have different workspaces on Sprinklr, and they want each workspace to have an even amount of mentions. So if I click on the plus icon here, I then come back to my landing page. And then from here, I will click on a Sprinklr Insights and I will go to my settings part of the section. And I will click on listening settings. By the way, if you don't have access to the listening settings within Sprinklr Insights, you need to ensure that you contact your platform admin so that they can increase the number of permissions at the user level. So if I click on where it says listening settings, well, we get to see all of the settings at the listening level. And the option that we're looking for is called volume thresholds. From this option, not only you can set caps or thresholds to workspaces, but you also have the chance to set those caps to topic groups if you didn't get the chance to do that before. The process to add thresholds to workspaces is the same as we have seen before. The only thing that changes is the route to get there. So if I click on workspace threshold, you will then be able to select the threshold window, the window count, as well as the number of mentions per window. Remember that for the daily threshold window, the minimum number of mentions is 3,000. And for the monthly threshold window, the minimum number of mentions is 50,000. You then go through the entire configuration, you click on save, and in that case, you would have created a cap for the different workspaces that you have in your environment. If you would like to put this in practice and you want to start adding thresholds to your topics or topic groups to avoid overspending, just make sure that you watch this video.